Welcome to this video lecture series on transportation engineering. In this session, we shall discuss about the highway alignment. The position or the layout of the center line of the highway on the ground is called as alignment. Highway alignment includes both the horizontal alignment and the vertical alignment. The horizontal alignment, it includes the straight and the curved paths and the deviation and the horizontal curves, whereas the vertical alignment includes the changes in the levels, gradients and vertical curves. And it is very necessary that proper care should be taken while fixing the alignment of a road, as if improper alignment is being done, then it would result in various sorts of disadvantages, like the increase in the construction cost. Second, the increase in the maintenance cost. Third, the increase in the vehicle operation cost. And last but very important, the increase in the accident rate. As once the road is being aligned and constructed, it would not be easy to change the alignment due to the increase in the cost of adjoining land, as the road it has become functional, and if it has certain sorts of errors in the alignment and it has to be changed in the future, the banks of the road, now if there are certain structures being constructed, in that case, to acquire that land, demolish the existing structure, pay the compensation, it becomes uneconomical and at certain times impracticable. So, due care should be taken while aligning the roads. Hence, it becomes very important for the careful consideration while finalizing the alignment of a new road. Requirement of a ideal alignment are: first, it should be short. The alignment between the two terminal stations should be short and as far as possible be straight. Due to some practical considerations, deviations may be needed, as we know that to have a shortest duration of time between the two terminal stations, first the distance in between the two terminal stations should be shortest as far as possible. Second, the alignment, it should be easy. The alignment, it should be such that it is easy to construct and maintain the road with the minimum problems. Also, the alignment should be easy for the operation of the vehicles with easy gradients and curves, as on the curves the vehicle moving should have visibility towards the vehicle approaching in the opposite direction. If it is not, it may lead to accidents. And on the same time, the gradient shouldn't be very steep or the rising gradient, because it will directly affect onto the vehicle operation cost. Next requirement for an ideal alignment is it should be safe. The alignment should be safe enough for the construction and maintenance from the viewpoint of the stability of the natural hill slopes, the embankment and cut slopes, and foundation of the embankment. As it also should be safe for the traffic operations with safe geometrical features. And lastly, the alignment, it should be economical, and it can be considered so only if the total life cycle cost, considering the initial cost, maintenance cost and vehicle operation cost, is the lowest. All these factors should be given due consideration before working out the economics of each alignment. The alignment should be such that it would offer maximum utility by serving maximum population and the products, and the utility of the road should be judged from its utility value per unit length. Next, we shall discuss regarding the factors controlling the alignment. There are various factors that control the alignment, which are as follows. First, the obligatory points. Next is the traffic. Third, geometric design. Fourth, economics. And lastly, the other considerations. Now, the obligatory points. Obligatory points are the ones which control the governing of the highway alignment. These points are again classified into two categories. First, points through which the alignment should pass, and second, the points through which the alignment should not pass. In the first case, the points through which the alignment should pass are the bridge site, second, the mountains, and third, construct a tunnel or to go through the hills, and last, intermediate towns. Here, it should be noted that the road bridge across a river can be located only at the places where the river it has a straight and a permanent path, and where the bridge abutment and the pier can be provided with a proper foundation. The road approaches to the bridge should not be curved near the bridge site, and as far as possible, the skew crossing should be avoided. Thus, in order to locate a bridge across a river, the alignment may have to be changed. In case when it is necessary to cross a hill range, the mountain or high ridges, the various alternatives are to cut a tunnel across or to go through round the hill or to deviate until a suitable heat pass is available. The suitability of these alternatives depend on many other factors like the topography and site condition, and very importantly the the cost considerations. While aligning a road between two stations, it may often be desirable to connect some of the important intermediate towns, villages, or other places For example, if a straight alignment connecting two terminal stations A and B may be shifted along a line A, B, and C in order to connect the intermediate station C. It is also possible to connect the station C with a link route, thus avoiding the deviation of a straight line alignment. Next is the points through which the alignment should not pass. The obligatory points through which the road should not pass may also make it necessary to deviate from the proposed shortest length. The obligatory points which should be avoided while aligning a road include the religious places, very costly structures, unsuitable land, etc. The religious places like the temple, mosque, church, grave, or tomb have been protected by law and from being acquired for any purpose. Acquiring costly structures would mean the heavy compensation, which will result in the total cost of construction. And if there is a presence of the marshy or waterlogged area, which are generally unsuitable for the road construction, which should be avoided as far as possible. But if there are no alternatives and the alignment has to be taken across such an area, then the construction and maintenance costs are likely to be very high due to the special construction techniques and drainage measures which will have to be adopted while the construction of the road. A lake, a pond, or a valley which falls on the path of a straight alignment will also necessitate the alignment to deviate from the straight path, and one have to go around along the grade. Next is the traffic consideration. The alignment should suit the traffic requirements. The origin and destination study should be carried out in the area and the desired lines should be drawn showing the trend of the traffic flow. The new road should be aligned to keep in view the desired lines, traffic flow pattern, and future trends. Next, the geometric design. The geometric design factors such as the gradient, radius of curve, and side distance also would govern the final alignment of the highway. If straight alignment is aimed at, often it may be necessary to provide very steep gradients. As far as possible, while aligning a new road, the gradient should be flat and less than the ruling or the design gradient. Thus, it becomes very necessary to change the alignment in view of the design speed, maximum allowable super elevation, and coefficient of lateral friction. It may be necessary to make adjustments in the horizontal alignment of the road, keeping in view that the minimum radius of the curve and the transition curves. Hence, the alignment should be finalized in such a way that obstruction to visibility do not cause restrictions to the side distances requirements. Next, other considerations. The economy. The alignment finalized based on the above factors should also be economical. In working out the initial economics, the initial cost of construction, the maintenance cost, and the vehicle operation cost should be taken into consideration. The initial cost of consideration can be decreased if high embankments or high cuttings are being avoided and the alignment is chosen in such a way that it will balance the cutting and the filling. Lastly, the other considerations. Various other factors may govern the alignment like the drainage consideration, the hydrological factors, the political considerations, and monotony. The vertical alignment is often guided by drainage considerations. The subsurface water level, seepage flow, and high flood level are the factors which one has to keep in mind while planning for an ideal alignment. In a flat terrain, if it is possible to have a very long stretch of road absolutely straight without any horizontal curve, then the road may become monotonous for the drivers, and it actually creates a psychological effect of negligence while driving. Hence, after a few kilometers of the straight road, it may be desirable to have a slight bend to break the monotony and keep the driver alert. With this, we shall stop in this session. Thank you.